This lesson is on identifying shapes. All shapes have certain features such as sides, angles, faces, and vertices that help us to identify them. Let's talk about sides first. One of the lines that makes a shape is a side. Let's look at this rectangle here and count its sides. There's a line here, a line here, a line here, and a line here. So this rectangle has 4 sides. On the triangle, we have a line here, here, and here. This triangle has 3 sides. This pentagon has a line here, 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 and here. So this pentagon has 5 sides. Now let's talk about angles. The space between 2 lines that meet is an angle. When we look at the square, we see a line meeting a line here, and this space where these 2 lines meet is an angle. So we have an angle here, we have one here where these 2 lines meet, we have one here, and one here. So this square has 4 angles. Let's look at a triangle. Well, here's 2 lines that meet, and here's the space between them. Here's the space between the 2 lines here, and the space between the 2 lines here. So a triangle has 3 angles. When we look at this quadrilateral, we see a space here where the lines meet, a space here, there's a space here, and one here. So this quadrilateral has 4 angles. Now let's talk about faces. The flat surface of a shape is its face. When we look at this square, I'm going to put a big giant X over the flat surface. It just has one. It has one face. Now the second shape is a cube. A cube is 3-dimensional, so it's quite different. If we look at this cube here, we see that it has a face here. There's one here, on the bottom, on this side, on this side. So, when we look at the shape here, see one here, a face here. Now remember the cube I just showed you has faces on the other side. It has 3 more. So altogether, a cube has 6 faces. Let's talk about vertices or corners now. The point where the edges and the faces come together is the corner or the vertice. Now in this triangle, right here is where those edges come together. That's one corner or vertice. Here's another one, and there's another one. So a triangle has 3 corners or 3 vertices. Let's look at the square. A square has one here. There's one here where the edges meet. One here and one here. So a square has 4. Let's look at this quadrilateral. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here. The quadrilateral has 4 vertices or 4 corners. Now let's look at a shape. We're going to look at triangles, and we're going to count up its sides and its faces and its vertices and its angles. Now a triangle is a flat plane shape. It's 2-dimensional and it's not 3-dimensional. So we keep that in mind when we're counting all these up. It has 1, 2, 3 sides. It has just 1 flat face. Now let's count up the corners of the vertices. 1, 2, 3. It has 3. And the angles. Remember, that's the space where 2 lines meet. There's one here, and one here. So a triangle has 3 sides, 1 face, 3 corners or vertices, and 3 angles. Let's talk about another shape. We're going to talk about what quadrilaterals are. A quadrilateral is a plane or 2-dimensional shape that has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 4 sides. It only has one face since it's flat. There's the one face. Vertices or corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's do the angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a quadrilateral has 4 sides, 1 face, 4 vertices or corners, and 4 angles. Let's look at another shape. We're going to look at a pentagon. A pentagon has 5 sides and is 2-dimensional. So there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Since it's 2-dimensional, it can only have one face, one flat surface. The vertices or edges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's count up the angles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles. Now let's look at a hexagon. A hexagon is a 2-dimensional shape with 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It only has the one face. I'm going to put a big X on its face. Let's count the vertices or the corners. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6. And angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a hexagon has 6 sides, 1 face, 6 vertices, and 6 angles. Now let's talk about a cube. A cube is a solid 3-dimensional shape. Let's count up its sides first. This is harder because it's 3-dimensional. So let's look at this cube here. We know there's sides here, 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 and here, but there are also sides over here. So we need to make sure that we count them up correctly. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but there are 3 more in the back that we can't see. So altogether, a cube has 12 sides or edges. Now let's talk about the faces. Remember, a face is a flat surface. So this is a face, here's a face, here's a face. Let's count them up on our picture. We have a face here, we have a face here, we have a face here. Now we also have 3 more in the back that we can't see. So altogether, a cube has 6 faces. Vertices are corners. That's where the lines and the edges meet. So this is a corner, this is a corner, this is a corner. When we look at our picture here, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's 1 more in the back that we can't see from the picture. That makes 8. Now let's talk about angles. Angles is the space where the 2 lines meet. Well, let's look at the top surface first and count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this flat surface here has 1, 2, 3, 4 more, and this flat surface to the side has 4 more. 2, 3, 4. Now there are also many other angles in the back that we can't see. Altogether, there are 24 angles. So a cube has 12 sides, 6 faces, 8 vertices or corners, and 24 angles. That concludes our lesson today on identifying shapes.